Virtual reality stock trading, older adults finding joy in VR, and Facebook's oddest project. I'm Nate Biddle, and this is VR on the Web. Welcome back, everyone. Today is the Metaverse update number 2, and I wanted to talk to you about Glimpse Group, which is a company that just recently went public on the New York Stock Exchange, and they're under the stock symbol VRAR. And a specific company that it holds is called D6VR, and that is a company founded by a former Morgan Stanley analyst. And what it does is it allows traders, retail traders and professionals and whoever to visualize data and make trades within a virtual reality setting. They see that being a game changer potentially for the financial industry. As it currently stands, according to these people, a day trader can often, in the physical world, kind of only have access to maybe 8 screens at once. And, although that's great, that's limited compared to what we know you can do in virtual reality, and that is essentially infinite screens. And more importantly, the ability to customize and visualize and coexist with this data in physical space, which can allow for greater problem solving and all sorts of things, as well as put you in a better state for problem solving. My last video pointed out that VR puts people in a theta state for which is great for learning. You can check that out. So this ability to visualize data in space more effectively, more infinitely, is potentially going to be a game changer, both for traders and financial advisors, because it allows traders to have access to more data, customized views and things like that, and allows financial advisors to tell a better story of what the data represents and what their reasoning is as to why a given consumer should follow the strategy that they're putting forth and take heed their advice. So I think that's great. The opinion of this Morgan Stanley analyst is that VR is really a game changer, and it's a game changer in a lot of ways, not just in the financial industry, but in many other ways. And, we're pretty early on in it. And as far as the retail trading goes, they've done some studies, and one snag that occurred for the people who tried it out in these studies was motion sickness, which we all know is a problem in VR. So that's something that they're working on. Additionally, the text clarity can improve and things like that. So although they aren't quite ready to go to mass market yet, they're making strides. And this is something that could surely be greatly used in the future for those interested who might benefit from it, both traders and financial advisors. And we might not just see it in the stock space. We might see this emerging for crypto platforms, maybe Robinhood, something like that. That'd be great. Robinhood just went public. So if you're a fan of, commission-free trading and Robinhood's ideology, that might be a great route to go. And we may not just see this with, retail stock trading. We may see it with other types of trading, commodity trading, forex trading, cryptocurrency trading, and all sorts of things like that. It'll be interesting to see how that evolves. But what I think it really shows, though, is the ability of VR to allow you to visualize data, and the fact that that spans across many use cases is just great for the industry as a whole. The next thing I want to talk to you about is a really cool story that I read about on a news site. I'll include a link down in the description below. But it was regarding a Napa Valley retirement home, and tech support personnel there who was really seeing and being empathetic with the older adults who've been sort of cooped up and not been allowed to travel, and a lot have had limited access to even visiting family and having family visit them throughout COVID. And throughout this process, as he was trying to figure out ways to allow them to have a better time and help them out, he came across a VR headset actually that the retirement home had in one of their desk drawers. And so he since there wasn't any personnel at the retirement home who was really qualified or, capable of using this VR headset, he decided to set it up, take the initiative and set it up. And he started a weekly thing where the, older adult population in the retirement home is able to visit, places in VR and do some tourism and travel within VR. And there was a very exciting result of this, and it started conversations and reminiscing and brought fond memories for some residents. One of them gave an example that they used to visit Yellowstone with their family, and getting to visit Yellowstone was really meaningful for them, and it felt like it was really there for them. So they thought that was really cool, and I do too. I think that it's great to see older adults who might not have ambulatory abilities to the degree that allows them to do widespread travel and exploration anymore. And virtual reality affords that option to them, in a very close to real format. So great to see the metaverse extending its reach to older adults, and it continuing to grow the users of virtual reality. So that was great to see. The last thing I want to talk about is actually a hilarious, in my opinion, hilarious article that I read regarding a project that some Facebook engineers were working on. It's just a prototype. They released a research paper, and what they called it is reverse Passthrough VR. Now, Passthrough VR is, if you're an Oculus Quest 2 user, and this is the case on some other headsets. I'm not sure how fully fleshed out it is on other headsets. Oculus Quest 2 actually has a lot of really cool experimental features. But what it is when you start to exit your Guardian, or if you turn on a certain mode, what it does is it lets you see your surrounding environment. And Oculus Quest 2's experimental features even allow you to map some physical objects of your external environment to virtual reality. So it acts as a mixture of virtual reality and augmented reality. It's true extended reality in that regard. One thing is you can map your desk, and to do this you can just go into the Oculus settings menu, and there's an experimental features section. You can turn that on. You can map your desk, and you can map a couch or something similar to a couch, using your joystick, and when you do this you can sort of move in and out of virtual reality in a more effective way. So that's pass-through VR. So what they call reverse pass-through VR is essentially a display screen on the outside of your headset. And what it does is it projects your eyes onto the outer world so that passersby or your family or whoever's in the vicinity theoretically doesn't feel as awkward or they don't feel as awkward as they would if they didn't see your eyes at all. But seeing some early prototype stuff, it is pretty funny. It's like something out of a Steve Odekirk film, like the Thumb War series. I'll show you some. Look at these clips here, and I just found that hilarious. It's such an odd use case, and maybe if it's hugely fleshed out, that might be something that catches on and is interesting to people. But as is pointed out in an article I read, I'll include a link below to that. It seems to possibly be just more of a novelty than anything. Not that there isn't a place for novelties. I think VR is great. This is a great time in VR to be experimental and create those novelties, because maybe you'll strike gold. Maybe you'll think of the next really cool thing. So, I'm not bashing them for that. I just find it pretty funny. I thought that the images were funny, and it's such a odd idea. But, it's good to see that they're doing work. It's good to see that they're being creative and that they're experimenting. So kudos to them for that. And I hope that other people are doing that too. But let me know what you think of the reverse pass-through VR in the comments below, if you want to start a conversation about that, or if you found it as hilarious as I did, or if you think it's a really cool idea. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I'll be back next week with the Metaverse update number 3. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video, or if you want to subscribe and you haven't subscribed, I greatly appreciate that. So subscribe down below if that's the case. You can click the bell for notifications. But aside from that, Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.